Welcome to my kitchen. I just feel like right now I am at a very good place in my life with my life, with my diet, with just like everything. Everything's just aligning right now and it feels goddamn good. It feels amazing. I'm just really on one right now and I just freaking love it. I'm just really happy. I'm really happy. I just wanted to share with you guys what's in my pantry, all of my staples in my fridge, what's in my fridge. I just want to show you my kitchen because it really is my favorite place in my entire apartment. Like, I freaking love this apartment. If you guys want an apartment tour, let me know because I love this place so much. But my kitchen is definitely my favorite part. So I wanted to share that with you guys. So let's go. So this is the entryway to my kitchen. Right over here I've got my oven, I've got my microwave, my stove, a little spice rack right there. That right there is my pantry. Got my Vitamix, my baby, my sink, dishwasher, fridge, freezer, trash, my compost bin. It's too full, so we had to start putting the compost on top. And then another little like spice rack kind of thing. Oh yeah, and if you saw my last video, you probably saw my 2 failed attempts at making gluten-free vegan bread. I'm trying one more time with this. It is yeast again. I really hope it works. God damn it. It looks like it's failing already. I'm kind of sad. Oh no. No, you're gonna do amazing. You're doing great. Love you. Rise, please. Okay. Anyways, so I just wanted to make a quick disclaimer. I'm vegan, but my roommate isn't. She's vegetarian and she tries to eat vegan when she can. She does really good, honestly. But yeah, if you see anything that's not vegan in here, just think about it, you know, it's not mine, I'm vegan. So you've got my pantry. It's just this little door that opens up like a little cabinet. It's got this little shelf right here and then all these drawers going down. And it's really convenient because they all just like slide right on out. It's very nice. I love this baby. So we'll just start on the top shelf. This is kind of just stuff that isn't really used often. So I've got my peanut butter. It's from the bulk section of Winco, so it's just like freshly ground peanuts. I love this stuff. Got a superfood powder, some pizza dough that I actually gave to my roommate because if you guys didn't know, I'm gluten-free now. Woo! And then panko, which I can't have anymore either. Awesome. And then we've got some coconut flour, which I just actually used in that bread recipe. And then back there is some beet flour that I got from nuts.com. Awesome website, love that. They have really good dried mango, you should check it out. Okay, and then in the first drawer we've got cans on cans on cans. So we've got tomato sauce. I always get no salt added because we really don't need that extra salt, you know, not that sodium, no thank you. I usually just use this if I'm making like pizza, that's kind of it. I don't really like tomatoes that much, or tomato sauce specifically. It's actually my least favorite food in the entire world. I hate it. But then we got corn right next to it, which is my all-time favorite food. Love it. She's great. No salt added again. And then artichoke hearts, which is really good on pizza as well. Some green beans, you know, just like canned veggies. Sometimes you need those. You just gotta have them sometimes. We got bean sprouts, which are really good in like stir fries and stuff. We've got flax meal, some maybe 4 vegan marshmallows, flax seeds, pink Himalayan salt, some beans, navy beans, lima beans. This is some ramen that I also can't have anymore. So Morgan, that's for you. And then some vegan jello, which have yet to find a use for. Bought it back in June. Oh, and then some yeast and 1 cube of vegetable stock. This is all just kind of stuff like maybe they didn't have it in the bulk section because typically I like to shop in bulk to reduce all of the like packaging that comes with it. And then down here I've got some leftover like vegan candy from work. And then I've got rice paper for rice paper rolls. This literally comes with so much damn rice paper. A human could never go through this. I don't know. Gonna be maybe eating a lot of rice paper rolls for the next 5 months. Over here I've got rice noodles, which I'm using to replace ramen noodles now in my ramen. It's actually literally just as good, so I'm not mad about that one. And then these are mung bean noodles. They're really thin noodles. Sometimes if I'm like craving them, I'll make them in a stir fry or something, but it's pretty rare that I crave them. I've had this bag for so long. And then corn tortillas. I am obsessed, I must say. I love making nachos. Like if you cut these into like, cut them into like quarters. I don't know why you needed that hand motion, you know what a quarter is. If you cut them into quarters and then bake them, they make the most perfect tortilla chips that like aren't deep fried in oil, you know? So it's so good for nachos. I'm obsessed. And then here, not a lot going on, but we do have 2 very important things. We've got soy curls, which I am obsessed with. And they're just like processed into like chicken strips. It's actually insane. I know they're probably not the best for you. Like you'd probably be better off eating tofu, but they're still so good. And then my 2 babies, we got my pink pitaya powder and my blue spirulina. These are from Unicorn Superfoods. I'm literally obsessed with this company. And then the bottom 2 drawers, my favorite part, my jars, my bulk food. Okay, don't mind me, just the girl sitting on her kitchen floor. I'm so excited. This is my favorite part. I have these like, here, one second. I have these cloth bags that I take with me. And I just like put whatever I need in them and write down the numbers on my phone. Sorry, I can't breathe. I love these. These are my favorite. These are my jars. So first is this almost empty jar of what looks like regular pecans, but don't be fooled. These are candied pecans, and I don't want to say addicted, but I'm addicted to them. I could finish this jar in one night, like an entire jar in one night. It's actually becoming a problem. I need to stop making them because they're so good. So essentially, sorry, I had to eat one. I can't just sit here and not eat them. Okay. Looking for something new to spice up your life? Try these out. Okay, next. This is a big old jar of maca powder. I got this from, I got this from Nature Vibe. Yeah, I think it's just Nature Vibe USA on Instagram. They sent it to me and I am thanking the gods because I love this shit. This shit is so good. It tastes like caramel. So yeah, this is an all-time favorite of mine. And then next, I've got a few popcorn kernels left. Sometimes I'll go through phases where I literally just want to eat popcorn all the time. It's a really good snack, honestly. Next, I've got moringa powder. Also got this from Nature Vibe. I put this in every single smoothie I make. Almost every single smoothie. If it's a green smoothie, this is gonna be in it. We've got cocoa powder. I just like having cocoa powder on hand because I really like baking. And then next, I've got soy protein powder. This is just the plain protein powder from Bob's Red Mills. Is that what it's called? I can't remember. They have this in the bulk section at Winco, and it's the only one they have that's soy protein. You can put it in anything. Like if it's vanilla, like you can't put it in anything, you know? But sometimes I'm just feeling some protein, you know? So yeah. Next, I have raw cane sugar. Usually whenever I do bake, I like to try to use only liquid sweeteners. But sometimes it's just like, you need a little raw cane sugar in your freaking muffins, you know? Good. Good, good, good. Yeah, just another thing that I like to have on hand for baking, you know. If I say you know one more time, someone please punch me. All of this stuff, like I really don't buy all this stuff often. Usually if it's in a jar, it'll take me a while to go through it. It's really good. It's such a good topping. I'm a big fan of this stuff. I just love coconut. And then we've got a big old jar of chocolate chips, which I left next to the oven when I was baking for too long and they melted to the side. I'm a big chocolate gal. Love it. Can't get enough of it. And then, you know, as a vegan, it is essential for me to have nutritional yeast in my pantry, you know. Oh my god, I can't stop saying you know. I'm gonna stop. I promise. I promise. This is one I really don't use often because I am not the biggest fan of quinoa. I prefer rice, but I get the tri-colored quinoa just because I think it's more fun and it makes me want to eat it more than regular quinoa because I'm not a big fan. But really the only thing I use this in is whenever I make chili. I like making a quinoa bean chili. Next, I've got cashews, which I do need to stock up on. Like, this is way too low. They are so insanely versatile. It is crazy. You can make so many different things with this. They're pretty important, you know, pretty important if you ask me. And then we got, are they hemp hearts or are they hemp seeds? I always kind of say both, but hemp seeds, hemp hearts, whatever you want to call them. I have those. These aren't super important to my diet, I'm gonna be honest, but I'm never making a smoothie and thinking I need to put hemp in this. I'm just like not drawn to it like that, you know? Last jar, I think we just had a bunch of, like, we had very small amounts of, looks like kidney beans, black beans, and chickpeas. And I kind of just combined them all into a jar. And like, this is the kind of thing I would just like throw into my Instant Pot with some of that quinoa and add some water and like spices and make chili. Done with that jar. This one's not as exciting. This one is more raw cane sugar, more fine. Me and my friend Michael, we are trying to start, no, we are not trying. We are starting a kombucha and juice business to sell locally in Denton. So if you're into that kind of thing, I'll link our Instagram down below. You should go check it out. This is something that we use to make kombucha. This is one of our bottles. Okay. The other big jar that I have in here, first, tapioca starch, tapioca flour, either one. I don't have a ton left. This is like my go-to thickener of choice. And then this is just something I bought so long ago and never used. I've been trying to use it up for so long, but it's just like mac and cheese noodles. And then we've got, it looks like shredded coconut. I think I bought all of this one time because I was craving granola, so I bought all of this shredded coconut at the store and then never ended up making granola because I'm more of a granola type of gal, you know. And then this one, it's just sunflower seeds, just like, I don't know. Sometimes I put it in granola. I don't really eat this that much. And then you've got your regular green spirulina. This shit goes hard. I love this stuff. And then we've got pumpkin seeds. Again, not something that I eat very often. If anything, I'll put it in granola. And then very lastly, we've got a jar of cornmeal. I only ever use this if I'm making buffalo cauliflower wings, or cauliflower wings in general. It's kind of like the base of it. That was everything that was in my pantry. Now let's go over to my shelves. Can you see me? Okay, this is my spice rack. I'm just gonna like go through and list these off. I've got allspice, basil, chili powder, cayenne, cilantro, cinnamon, garlic, Mrs. Dash, which is empty. I haven't really used that in a while. Italian seasoning, ginger, onion, cumin, paprika, parsley, sage, turmeric, pumpkin pie spice, and salt. And then down here is this little spice rack, like it's like a second spice rack. Hi, I'm still here. So right here I have ginger, garlic, onion, paprika. These are like my ranch seasonings, so like whenever I make ranch, this is what I shake into it. It's just parsley, dill, and chives, all dried. And then this is baking powder. We've got chipotle seasoning. This is cinnamon sugar, bay leaves, flax seeds, and chia seeds. I'm just gonna hold my camera for this one because it's pretty simple. We've got oats, gluten-free flour, homemade granola, which I always have stocked. If I'm ever out of homemade granola, you know I'm in a funk. And then we've got white rice because I don't like brown rice, and then an empty one. So if you know what should go in my empty giant mason jar, leave a comment, let me know. So trust me, I know this bowl is obviously too small for the items it is holding. I kind of just keep things here that don't really necessarily need to go in the fridge. So like we've got bananas, I've got lots of oranges because it's the base of all the juices I make, along with lemons. And then I also keep like my potatoes here. So I've got yellow potatoes and sweet potatoes. Okay, now finally the fridge. We'll start down here. We've got lots of avocados, tomatoes, an onion, cucumber. These are my mushrooms. I've got a portobello and some carrot butts over there. We also always have celery and romaine on deck. We go through the stuff like crazy. And then this is our drawer of cut produce. It's kind of like a free-for-all. If anything's just like cut and we only use like half of it or something, we'll just put it in here. We've got some fruit. We've got strawberries, pomegranate seeds, pineapples. There's some mint back there. And then we've got, oh, more groove. Don't mind that. I've got some leftover ramen soup base. More pineapple. This is a recipe I'm working on for Rice Krispie treats. We've got lots of tofu in the back. And then my baby coconut LaCroix. I do prefer the Waterloo brand just because the packaging is cuter, honestly, and it's a lot cheaper. The store I buy it at hasn't had it in stock for the past month, so LaCroix it is, because this shit's too good. It's too good. This is the kombucha brand I drink because they stock it at work, and it's the Holy Kombucha. It's actually based in Fort Worth, Texas, which is pretty cool. Some juice over here that's left over. I usually make like a ton of juice and just keep it in the fridge throughout the week so I can drink. So yeah, more juice. This is my miso paste that I like to use whenever I make ramen. They have like different colors, like yellow, red. I don't really know what that means. If you do know, let me know down below because I will forever be confused. This is some sweet potato cheese sauce. I always have this in the fridge because when the nacho craving hits, you need to have your cheese on deck. You know what I mean? And it hits probably 3 times a week. And then up here, I've got hot sauce, which I put on my nachos to make it taste like buffalo. And then this is like a cashew cream sauce for like sandwiches and stuff. And then this one is like the ranch version. And then we've got tahini. I have 2. This one's just almost empty, so I bought another one. And then we've got liquid smoke for making bacon. And Worcestershire sauce. Vegan Worcestershire that I got for 62 cents at Drug Emporium. Talk about a deal. That's also for making bacon. And then over here is just some leftover pulp from making almond milk. And then lastly, we're making our way to the freezer. We've got, don't mind the bagel. This is some coconut ice cream I made. I'm working on a recipe for that. It's not quite perfect yet. There's always going to be lots of frozen fruit in here. So like frozen raspberries, we've got frozen blueberries. This is our ice tray because we don't have an ice maker. It's flamingo. So like this is some brownies I made the other day. We've got more frozen fruit. These are vegan tamales that were left over from work. Took them home because you know I had to. We've got frozen kale here. I like to buy like produce fresh and then freeze it so I don't have to like buy packaging on like fruit. Frozen bananas, and then like over here is like frozen cabbage, frozen carrots, frozen broccoli, and then some leftover frozen burritos and some leftover frozen sausage. Vegan, of course. So yeah, that's my freezer. Lots of produce, just frozen. So that's my kitchen. Thanks for watching, and make sure you leave a comment, leave a like, let me know what you thought. I promise I'll reply, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!